Do you know how to properly merge onto the freeway? Hello and welcome to episode 71 of Throwing Your Parents Under the Bus. Now, joining me today is veteran crash investigator and driver safety expert Mike Pehl, who knows a thing or two about navigating a merge onto a freeway. But before we get started, I want to ask both Mike and Natasha if they had a driving pet peeve they want to tell us about. Because the reason I'm asking you this is the other day, as I was driving in what we call rush hour, there was a car in front of me with his right blinker on for over 4 miles, and it drove me crazy because I didn't know when he was going to stop and turn. He never did. I finally turned first. So I just thought I would ask you guys that question.
I have one. Mine
Okay.
is because I live in Florida and we get torrential downpours. Drivers decide to use their hazards while they're driving because it's raining. Isn't hazards for parked cars only or stopped, stalled vehicles? Mike?
Well, I was actually shocked about that when I drive in Florida too, is how people just drive with their flashers on. And
It drives me
why are
nuts.
you in the middle lane and the left lane with your flashers on?
Yes.
And yes,
And driving, you're moving.
they're actually called hazard lights,
Mm-hmm.
and that means that there's a problem. And if you got a problem, you shouldn't be going 60 and 65 and 70 miles an hour with your hazards on. So, yeah, I get it. I don't know why they do that, but yeah, I don't have an answer for that. Believe it or not, I do
Okay.
not have an answer for that. I
Well, have to look into
I
it.
just think with
Yeah.
our how would we put it? Our driving ethnic diversity. We have so many states, so many countries driving in a foreign state, meaning Florida, Minnesota, whoever, that their rules are their rules, and it's not a universal rule. I think that's what happens there. So, you know,
For
anyway,
Just make
another
it up
time.
as you go.
I can't have a pet peeve because you know what, guys? I am a driving instructor and they all bother the crap out of me. So no, and
That's valid.
it doesn't. I'm a teacher and I make a comment that, geez, you know what? A lot of this is habits from way back, and it's really hard to break habits. So, yeah. But I guess Jane, that would bother me. Natasha, that would bother me. One of our topics today is going to be merging onto the freeway. That's probably my biggest pet peeve, is right there.
Yeah.
Well, that's great because, of course, we have Natasha with us, and she's going to bring this observation that will help us understand the why this is a perfect topic. Because our student had a great observation.
He did. Yes. We have Josh from Mounds View. And he said, during my road trip, I paid close attention to how vehicles merged onto the highway and how drivers reacted to merging situations. One of the biggest things I noticed is that merging is often unpredictable, and many drivers either fail to adjust their speed or don't check their blind spots carefully. I also noticed how my father had his hands on the 10 and 2 position for most of the time.
Well, good observation, Josh. And you know what? To get your driver's license, they should test you getting on there should be two licenses, a license to drive at 25 and a license to merge onto a freeway at
Absolutely, yes.
55. Because if you can't, you know, people out there, it is so easy if you would just do it the right way. I don't care how busy it is. It is easy when you match the speed. If you ever listen to any of my courses I teach are behind the wheels and that, I say to a student, okay, we're going to go on the freeway now. Oh my gosh, they're already afraid. They're afraid because they haven't been there. That's because they haven't been taught how to do it. And I'm going to say, it doesn't matter how busy it is before we get there. If you just do this, listen to what I'm going to say. You need to match your speed. We don't match our speed with racing down and hitting our brakes. That is the last thing you do. Your accelerator is your brake. So, you need to know the speeds of the surrounding area. If you're within a city limit, within 25 miles, your freeway speeds are going to be somewhere from 45 to 60. Normally, you don't have a 70-mile-an-hour speed limit when you're in the city limits, and they consider city limits within a 25-mile radius. Most cities do that. Okay. So we know the speed limit is 60. I cannot enter that freeway at 30. You're going to get run over by semis and you're going to have thumbs, but different fingers coming up. I mean, you're just going to have all kinds of, you know what? There's going to be people, you're going to see what they had for breakfast between their teeth because you just made a horrible mistake in their eyes. And your horrible mistake is because you weren't trained right. So listen to me. Merging is very simple. First thing is the panic merge. People go down. The last thing you want to do is hit your brakes because what happened, what you just did was you slowed your car down, and now everybody else is going 45 to 70, and you ain't ever getting in. And when you do get in, there's going to be people panicking to get out of the way to not run into the back of you. So they're doing quick lane changes behind you, which is causing a serious backup. When you see brake lights, everybody hits the brakes, right? We don't know what you're seeing. I'm ready. And that's what happens. People just start dodging cars. You know what? If you come down the freeway and you see the speed, if it's usually if it's really congested, the speed limit's going to be lower. But you come down, use your whole acceleration lane. You people that come down and want to dart into that lane, you are the ones that are causing a lot of accidents. Okay? That space, by using that acceleration lane, you're giving all the people behind you room to maneuver for your entrance. Okay? So, but when I come down and I see this little gap and I want to jump into that gap, nobody's ready for that. Okay. So by you coming in, everybody sees you. Listen, I don't want to smash my car up. You're in front of me, right? I'm not going to speed up and let you hit me. It's going to cost me a half a day. And then I got to lose my car for 2 weeks. Well, I think most people think they're pretty smart. They don't want to, crash into it. So listen, going down those freeways, what you need to do is match the speed. Don't let the white line force you into the lane. If you need that shoulder, use it. You're going to pick your gap between two cars. If they are tight, where you cannot get in, hold your spot with them. I promise you, 99% of the time, this person will see that and let you in. But you cannot come up and hit your brakes because as you hit your brakes, now everybody's going by you. You have lost every opportunity there is to merge, and now you're creating a traffic jam. Watch it happen. If we go back to our old rules back this is going to date me, but if we go back to the rules where we had a car length for every 10 miles an hour, man, we didn't have all these problems, guys. I'm telling you. Just think of that. Can you imagine today at 60 miles an hour having a 6-car length between two cars? Oh my gosh, that would.
We try it, but everyone will
Yes.
go in, will fill in that
Yes.
hole, and then I got to back. Then I got to slow down again because I'm trying to do it. But I always have someone, going in that hole or whatever.
Yeah. So that's never going to happen again. It's never going to happen again, especially down in Florida, Natasha.
Especially down in Florida.
But and your major cities, it's just not going to happen. But anyway, Josh, great observation. Don't do the panic merge. Get your speed matched as you come down and don't panic. You have time. Everybody, you know what? Let the people behind you. And I'm just telling you, if you think you can merge at 30 and 40 into 70 miles an hour, you need to choose a different route. I'm seriously, you need to take a training a lesson on how to merge on a freeway.
Well, Mike, we have that, in our courses, which is perfect. Is one of the things that we tell on our enrichments is get up early on a Saturday or Sunday morning, and you take your student or your teen, and you go in, you merge on and off and on and off.
Every exit.
Every
On, off, do your
exit.
clover
And
leaves.
yes. Yep.
Yeah.
And it's really a good way to have people understand that you have the side and how to get in and out and stuff
Right.
like that. So
And then I just wanted to mention one more thing about Josh's observation. And I noticed my dad had his hands at
I was
10
going to
Yes,
say that.
I was
Yeah.
waiting for that.
Yeah.
So more people need to take an airbag class because, again, it's a habit. 10 and 2, just so you know, if that front airbag comes off, you are going to break some wrists. It's going to happen. That bag comes out at 200 miles an hour plus, and it's overdone. Your hands are going to be thrown through windows. You're going to backhand your passenger at 200 miles an hour. So hard to do, guys. It's hard to, train a old dog new tricks, but hands should come down. Mike's position is 8 and 5. Slide that hands, roll, so like I say, tough to go out today and just make the change, but slowly start dropping those hands down. So
They can
medically,
each practice, one for merging and one
yeah,
for the handle.
yeah,
So
exactly. So there you go. There you go. Josh,
there you go.
great job, Josh.
Good
Yes,
stuff, Josh.
Yes, we love it. And the due diligence and the fact that parents are part of the support group. We like that as well.
Yes, for sure.
Yes. Well, thanks for tuning in. We really appreciate you, and be sure to share this podcast with your friends and family. And you can check out more episodes on our YouTube channel, which is YouTube.com/, YouTube.com/DriveSafeRideSafe 1, the number, not the word. And of course, if you subscribe, it's free, and you will then get our podcast emailed to you to make it easier for you to find us and to share our episodes with others. We'd also love to hear from you, your thoughts or ideas for future, or if you have questions, we would love to have Mike answer them. Just send us an email at DriveSafeRideSafe@gmail.com. And this is a wrap for episode 71 of Throwing Your Parents Under the Bus. I'm Jane Ubel, and remember, wiping out in winter is no holiday either. So we want to make sure you will
Drive safe.
Ride safe. Sorry, I don't have my cup.
what? No. .com.
Hi, everyone.
Bye.
Bye.